Hey guys, welcome. I hope that this is now recording. I am Samantha Marlette and I'm hosting this 12-week challenge for you guys. If you haven't had a chance to really dive into the challenge or you're just starting the challenge today, I want you to know that I have tools for you for a reason. This entire 12-week challenge is based off of the 12-week year. And if you haven't heard of the 12-week year, it's essentially doing as much as you can in a 12-week period of time and thinking of that 12-week period as an entire year. Now, I know that that sounds crazy, but I've been utilizing this method for goal planning and action planning since November. So November, December, January, February, March, April. So almost 6 months. And honestly, I've been able to achieve more goals and take more action than I have in the entire last 2 years. So this is my second 12-week year that I'm doing right now. I'm in the middle of it. And so this could be your first one, or this could be your first challenge. And I'm just really excited to kind of share with you guys the concept behind it. Because I know a lot of you, who have been in it for a while or who have tried it before, you're like, well, I did really good in the beginning and then I petered out. Well, that's kind of the entire concept behind the 12-week year, is to make sure that every single week you're doing a weekly game plan. And at the end of the week, you're evaluating how that weekly game plan went. So I'm going to screen share with you so that you can see what this weekly game plan is. And remember, it's in your email from me. So, okay. So this is your weekly game plan. You can edit this however you want because you'll have a copy of it, and it's in Excel. This is on the iPad Mac thing, so it's a little bit more confusing. But basically, I pretty much start all my days at 5:20 in the morning, and I plan them all the way through to the evening. And so if you're somebody who works in the middle of the night, you can totally adjust this and change the times. They're editable. Is that a word? I don't know. But basically, every single day, I want you to have your day planned out ahead of time. So not every single day, every single Sunday or Monday, I want you to go through this spreadsheet and write out exactly what you're doing. So let me actually see if I can pull up my weekly game plan, because I just did it. Can I move this? Is this movable? Yeah. So this is my weekly game plan for next week. So see how I've got sleep in there because I work different weird shifts. I've got lots of different things that I'm doing every single day, but pretty much I don't have a lot of white space in my calendar. And so that's what I want you to do right here. Right here is where I want you to write in what you're doing every hour of the day. Now that said, this is going to be in pencil. This is not oh my gosh, I have to do this right now. Like this is the only thing that I can do, but it's going to give you an idea and it's going to give you someplace to go, and it's going to be more thought out than if you wake up and you're like, oh crap, what do I want to do today? When am I going to get that workout in? What am I going to have for dinner? What am I going to go to the grocery store? What do I need to put on my grocery list? Do I even have a grocery list? Those are things that really come up a lot throughout the week, and they're a huge obstacle. And so this is the thing about willpower that I'm going to share with you. And if you haven't heard this yet, listen up, because your willpower will run out. In the very beginning of challenges, you are like ready to go, want to do so great. Usually that lasts for like 1 or 2 weeks. And then life sets in. You're like, crap, like when am I going to go to the grocery store? What are we going to make for dinner? What if my kids don't like this? What if I don't like that workout? Like there's going to be things that are going to get in your way. And so this weekly game plan is a way to every Sunday or Monday sit down and say, okay, this is what I want my week to look like. And then try your hardest to stick to that week. And then come Sunday or Monday the next week, you sit down and you say, okay, let's look at that. What went well? What didn't go well? And what do I need to adjust for the next week? It's as simple as that. And guys, I'm telling you, it takes 15, 20 minutes to write this out, especially for those of you who have a normal 9-to-5 job. And I know that might sound weird, but I don't work normal hours. I work all over the place. Like sometimes I'm working 3 to 3, sometimes I'm working 7 to 7, sometimes I'm working 7 to 1. Like I'm working weird hours all the time. So like this week, my sleep is all over the place, but that's why I do this plan, because that could easily be an excuse for me. And it has been an excuse for me in the past. Well, I didn't work the same shifts this week. So, my sleep's all jacked up and it's harder to get a workout in because I'm so tired. Like it's easy to get into that mentality. So if you have a regular typical job, And I don't say that to like say anything besides that you have a regular schedule, which not everybody does. But if you have a regular schedule, you can do this in like 5 minutes because most days are going to look the same for you. If you have a weird schedule, yeah, it's going to take a little bit more time to figure out like, okay, I have to count out how many hours of sleep I need to get. Like I do that when I'm making my weekly game plan. So it's going to be different for everybody. So that's basically what all these hours are for. I want you to take the time to write it out and so that you have a plan, because when you don't plan, you fail. And when you plan, you succeed. So then at the bottom, it's just a simple tracker. Did I log my workouts in the app? Did I log my Shakeology? Did I return the emails? I'm going to send you 2 emails a week. Did you return the emails? Guys, it's not that hard. It takes like 30 seconds. And if you don't have time to return the email, just like send me a message like, hey, I saw your email. I'm sorry. Check back in with me in a couple days. Like I'm super busy. That's okay too. That's okay. I know that you have a busy life. I know. I do too. I get it. But these mid and post-week emails are for you so that you can really take some time to self-evaluate, because these are the things that I'm doing every single day. So I'm only telling you to do what I'm doing because it's worked for me and because it's worked for so many of my clients who have done it too. So there's a method behind my madness of being on you and asking you to answer these questions. And then did you fill out your containers and post it in the app? This container app, which if you haven't seen it yet, it's a 21-day fix tracker app. Can you see that right there? Do you see that one? It's right there. And you open it and it looks like that. And it tells you about your containers. So let's reset my maintenance mode here. So it'll look like that. You've got like all your containers and it goes through a formula. So you'll have your formula and then you fill it out. And that is just something to screenshot and post in the app. And the people who do that get freaking awesome results because they're kept accountable. So it's an extra thing. It's not something that I'm like, yes, you really need to do this, but yes, you really need to do this because it will help you so, so much. Make sure you're using that because nutrition, I'm telling you, they say it's 70% of your results. I really think it's more like 85% of your results. It is huge. It's so, so important in making sure that you get the results that you want to get. So that's that part. And then fill in things like this, and then I'm telling you what to fill in. Your goals for the week. Have a mini goal for the week. Say you want to get in 4 workouts. That's your goal for the week. Mini goal. Putting in 4 workouts. Creating my weekly game plan and sending it back to Sam. Or creating my meal plan and having meal ideas. So meal ideas for the week. I eat the same thing every single day for breakfast and lunch every single day. So every single morning I have an egg omelet. And then usually for lunch, depending on what my work schedule is, I have a Shakeology with extras in it. So every day I typically have a base. That's my base. And then every night I have different dinners every single night. And every day I have different snacks every day. That way that's what changes. So my dinner and my lunch are typically the same. Dinners and snacks are typically what changes. So I, for my meal ideas for the week, typically just plan my dinners. So this week I had turkey chili, pork tenderloin, and like a steak salad. So that's kind of my game plan. And I like to do leftovers. So I'll say turkey chili, that's going to get me leftovers for this day. Pork tenderloin, that's going to get me leftovers for this day. Steak salad, I'm not going to have leftovers because I usually use all my steak. So it's really just figuring out like 3 or 4 meals through the week that you can make. And that way you can make your grocery list. And that way you don't go to the grocery store and buy a bunch of stuff that you don't have to use. So that's the idea behind that. And then every week, I like you to track your measurements. Now, some people don't like that. So if you would rather track your measurements every 30 days, I'm totally okay with that too. I would highly also suggest that you take progress pictures every 30 days. So that is the method behind my madness. Is that the saying? I don't know if that's the saying. It might be the saying. But anyways, that's why we do this, because you will have moments where you don't want to do this. And you will have moments where you're like, why isn't this working? Or what am I doing wrong? That's where your weekly game plan comes into play. That's why it's so important to have a weekly game plan, so that at the end of the week or the beginning of the next week, you truly can look back and say, what did I actually do? What did I actually do? What did I actually go through? And what worked well? What didn't work well? And let's move forward and adjust that in the next week. I know it's annoying to start a new habit, but this is a new habit that has changed my life, and it's changed the lives of those who have started to use it. So I just want to share that with you. I hope that you are using it. Start to use it. If you have any questions about it, don't hesitate to reach out to me. This is a key piece in this 12-week challenge, in the 12-week year, in getting you to your freaking 12-week goals. So I hope that helps. I hope that you take some time right now to fill in your weekly game plan and send it on over to me. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.